This is great news for women's basketball, period.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
It is no secret that the Indiana Fever are the most popular team in the WNBA. It is good for the entire WNBA.
She signed my jersey! So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
Can one player really drag an entire league out of the shadows and into the spotlight? That's the question buzzing around women's basketball right now. And if you're pointing fingers at Caitlin Clark, you're not wrong. This isn't just about a rookie lighting up the court. It's about a phenomenon flipping the WNBA upside down, sparking sellouts, shattering records, and leaving a trail of haters in her dust. Buckle up, because Clark and the Indiana Fever are rewriting the game, and it's wilder than you think.
Whether you like the Indiana Fever or not, whether you like Caitlin Clark or not, it has gotten to the point where we can no longer deny the fact that they are the biggest draw in the WNBA, and they proved that all of last season.
Let's rewind a bit. Picture the Indiana Fever before Caitlin Clark crashed the scene. We're talking about a team that couldn't catch a break or a crowd. Back in 2023, they were scraping by with less than 80,000 fans total for the season. Half-empty arenas were the norm, and national TV, barely a blip on their radar. They were the WNBA's forgotten squad, stuck in a 7-year playoff drought just trying to stay afloat. It wasn't pretty, and honestly, no one outside Indiana cared. That was the Fever's reality until everything changed.
The league wasn't ready for her last year. They just weren't prepared. Yeah. She was prepared.
She's had a full offseason now to rest.
No. She's going to be great. The league just didn't know what to do.
Get the MVP tickets in, just bet them to win the championship. It's fun. And then you get to watch all her games.
Then came 2024, and Caitlin Clark didn't just arrive. She exploded. Drafted first overall by the Fever, this Iowa sharpshooter brought her A game and a fan base that wouldn't quit. Her rookie stats? Insane. She dropped 19 points a game, dished out a league record 337 assists, and became the first newbie to notch a triple-double. The Fever went from a 1-8 stumble to a playoff berth, their first since 2016. Home games turned into must-see events, with 17,035 fans packing the stands on average, a number that smashed WNBA records. Clark wasn't just playing, she was rewriting the script, and the league had no choice but to pay attention.
Caitlin Clark, the people's champion! Let's get it!
That's a deep one.
Bang!
Just announced that Caitlin Clark and the Fever will be playing 41 of 44 games this year on national TV.
Hey, coming to watch the other girl, right? Right? Bang!
Teams are moving their games with the Fever to NBA arenas so they can sell more tickets. How about that?
Bang!
Angel Reese attempted a three this deep. I think she might dislocate her shoulder.
Bang!
You want some butter with that bread? Butter.
Butter pecan! Bang!
Fast forward to March 2025, and the WNBA dropped a bombshell that's got everyone talking. The Indiana Fever will play 41 of their 44 games this season on national TV. Let that sink in. 93% of their schedule, plastered across ABC, ESPN, CBS, NBA TV, and even Prime Video. That's not just a flex, it's a historic takeover. No team in WNBA history has ever snagged this much airtime, not even the champs. Last year, they had 36 out of 40 games broadcast nationally. But this is next level. Networks aren't playing favorites for fun. They're chasing the millions of eyeballs Clark drags with her every game. And what happened next would shock everyone.
With 41 out of 44 games hitting national TV, this isn't some accidental schedule. It's a takeover.
The recent news that 41 out of the 44 Indiana Fever games will be nationally televised. I do not think a lot of people are understanding just how big that is. That is something that the WNBA players, WNBA media, WNBA fans have been begging for so many years.
Teams across the league started scrambling. 6 WNBA squads, Atlanta, Chicago, Connecticut, Dallas, Las Vegas, and Washington ditch their usual digs for NBA-sized arenas when the Fever roll into town. Why? Because Clark's fans are a tidal wave, and tiny venues can't handle the surge. The Chicago Sky bolted to the United Center. The Dallas Wings upgraded to the Mavericks court. Connecticut's even borrowing TD Garden from the Celtics. This isn't just popularity, it's pressure. Rival teams are calling in the big guns to avoid turning away fans at the door, all because one player's turned their home games into a gold mine.
I believe there's actually a debate on who was Rookie of the Year last year. Imagine being that delusional.
Bang! Bang!
People need to understand she saved this league.
Powder, there's no TV deals, no ad sponsorships, heck, no shoe deals for you, Angel Reese, no McDonald's money.
The league losing millions of dollars each year. She saved them from bankruptcy.
Time to be grateful.
Bang!
93% of her games on national TV.
She's like that.
Rewind just a couple years and the Indiana Fever were...
The numbers back it up, and they're staggering. Last season, Fever home attendance spiked 265%, pulling in 340,000 fans total. On the road, opponents saw an 87% jump when Clark showed up. League-wide WNBA attendance soared 48%, hitting 2.3 million fans, the highest in 20 years. Viewership, a 200% leap, with 23 games topping 1 million viewers, 20 of them featuring Clark. Her jersey didn't just sell, it outsold every other player in the league combined. One random regular season game drew 2.2 million viewers, more than the WNBA finals. Half the league's TV revenue came from Fever games alone. This isn't hype, it's economics, and Clark's the engine driving it.
Broadcast this season, ooh-wee, big-time doubleheader. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, they meet in the season opener.
Indiana Fever put this out, all eyes on us.
Caitlin Clark once again dominates WNBA national TV schedule.
With such star power on those teams, it's really no surprise they're atop the list for the most games available for you to check out on a national scale. The Fever, they lead the league with 41 games here, followed by the Aces 33, the champion Liberty at 32.
But not everyone's cheering. The haters are out in full force, and they're loud. Some rival players can't stand the spotlight she's hogging. Asia Wilson's dropped cryptic tweets, and Angel Reese keeps stirring the pot with shady interviews. Critics cry overhyped, claiming the media's shoving Clark down our throats. Others grumble about fairness. Why do the Fever get 41 games on TV when the champs, the New York Liberty, only get 32? The backlash is real, and it's messy. But while they're busy pouting, Clark's shining brighter and the league's cashing in. There's more to this drama than meets the eye.
41 of our 44 games are on national television, the most television games in franchise history, the most national television games for a single team in WNBA history. I'm sure this is because of Angel Reese.
Take the so-called rivalry with Angel Reese. It's pure tabloid fuel. It kicked off in the 2023 NCAA championship when Reese taunted Clark with the "you can't see me" gesture, sparking a firestorm. Media ate it up, painting Reese as the villain and Clark as the golden girl. Studies, like one from Rice University, say the backlash on Reese had racial undertones, while Clark got a free pass. Fast forward to 2025, and their 5 Fever Sky matchups are primetime gold, starting with the season opener on ABC. But let's be real, Clark's dropping buckets while Reese plays for the headlines. It's not a feud, it's a clickbait circus, and fans can't look away.
Blew up. I don't know who this person is, but they said all Caitlin Clark has done is be white.
A lot of people who aren't fans of the Indiana Fever or don't want to see this happening, they're mad about it, but they're also not realizing that all of the other teams will also be on national TV.
Here's the kicker. Clark's not just lifting the Fever, she's boosting the whole league. When she plays, opponents get their biggest stage of the year. The Liberty and Aces snag millions more viewers sharing the court with her. League-wide sponsorships are up, ticket sales are soaring, and players are eyeing fatter paychecks. All thanks to the visibility Clark's dragging in. Even Reese and Wilson, who've hinted at boycotts for more cash, are cashing in on the wave she's created. It's ironic. The same folks side-eyeing her are banking on her impact, and what's coming next might just blow the roof off.
These networks are not thinking about hurting feelings. These networks are thinking about how much money can we bring in.
If I was the WNBA, I would have considered a separate television package to a network on just Caitlin Clark games. I would have had 2 packages, the WNBA package, and then a separate, let's say 15 to 18 game Caitlin Clark package.
With everyone trying to diminish the wave that was happening, the Clarkonomics that were happening, the Caitlin Clark effect that was happening, and realizing it is not only going to be good for this Indiana Fever team, it's going to be great for everyone. It's going to be great for every single player in the WNBA and also every single team
in the WNBA. So what's in store for
WNBA.
Clark's sophomore season? Rumors are swirling and the stakes are sky high. She's had a full offseason to recharge, no Olympic snub this time, and insiders say she's gunning for MVP. Betting lines have the Fever as championship contenders, and with vets like Dewana Bonner and Natasha Howard joining the squad, they're stacked. Off the court, there's buzz about shoe deals and endorsement wars. Will Nike lock her down, or will rivals swoop in? Some whisper about tension with teammates over her spotlight.
The
But
Liberty
Clark's
and Aces,
too busy dominating to care.
clash
This isn't a
here
moment,
3
it's a
times.
movement,
All 3
and
of
it's
those are
only
on
getting
ABC
bigger.
and ESPN. The Fever and the Sky, they meet 5 times. Caitlin Clark, the revamped Fever, they look to build on their success.
There have been 6 teams that have changed venues when the Indiana Fever come to play. All of these arenas are selling out.
Sigh, I miss the Unrivaled already. They're mad. Caitlin Clark didn't play in that league. They want her out. They want you fans out of the league.
Angel Wilson's talking about sitting out for more money. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever, hey, we're putting every game on TV for Caitlin Clark. Everybody wants to watch her.
This is the year that they want to do whatever they possibly can to show that they deserve more and also be profitable.
One of the worst WNBA fans and one of CC's biggest haters is already complaining. They don't like the game of basketball at all. They just want to support Reese. I've said the majority of her fans are not Hoops fans.
Caitlin Clark's not just the WNBA's star, she's its savior, its lightning rod, and its future, all rolled into one. From ghost town gyms to sold-out NBA arenas, from a struggling franchise to America's team, she's flipped the game on its head. The haters can scream, the rivals can sulk, but the numbers don't lie. She's the wave everyone's riding, whether they admit it or not. As the 2025 season looms, one thing's clear, this story's just heating up. How far can Clark take this league? Stick around, because the answer's gonna be wild.